You're welcome back. Now, FCT Minister Nyesom says he will, in due course, give appropriate response to all that former Sokoto Governor Aminu Tambuwal said last Friday. The minister's senior special assistant SSA on public communications and social media, Lere Olayinka, said Wike won't let Tambuwal's latest comment against him and President Tinubu go without response. Senator Tambuwal had last Friday said he had always been guided by principles of leadership and not by personal relationships. President Bola Tinubu has directed the armed forces to review ongoing security operations, including the deployment of advanced military hardware and surveillance equipment to eliminate terrorist groups across the country. This comes as Vice President Senator Kashim Shettima expressed deep condolences to the government and people. I beg your pardon now. This comes as Vice President Kashim Shettima expressed deep condolences to the government and people of Borno State over the recent terrorist attack that claimed many lives in Darajamal community, Bama local government area. In a statement by his spokesperson, Stanley Nkwocha, the Vice President reiterated President Tinubu's directive to the armed forces to review security operations, including the deployment of advanced military hardware and surveillance equipment to eliminate terrorist groups across the country. Now, the National Assembly says Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan cannot yet resume her duties despite her claim that her 6-month suspension has expired. In a letter, the acting clerk of the Assembly, Yahaya Danzaria, said her return was on hold because the matter is still before the Court of Appeal. Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan had earlier written to the clerk notifying the Assembly of her intention to resume work on September 4th, the date she says her suspension officially ended. And now we move straight to business. The Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority has summoned 13 domestic airlines to an emergency meeting over the growing number of flight delays, cancellations affecting passengers across the country. In entertainment, South African songstress Tyler has won the Best Afrobeat Award at the 2025 edition of MTV Video Music Awards, VMAs. In sports, Super Eagles coach has asked FIFA to settle the long-running yellow card controversy involving South Africa so that attention can shift fully to football. The coach said this yesterday ahead of today's World Cup qualifying match against Bafana Bafana. The match between the Eagles and the Bafana Bafana will be held at 5 p.m. local time. On the international scene, the Israeli military orders all residents of Gaza City to evacuate immediately, saying it plans to operate in the area with great force. In a social media post, the IDF Arabic language spokesperson urges those present in all its neighborhoods to relocate to a humanitarian zone, but the UN says nowhere in Gaza can be considered as safe. Now, last month, Israel's Security Cabinet approved a plan to take control of the enclave's most populous city, a move that has been condemned by leaders worldwide. And that's a wrap on the news this afternoon. Before we go, let's have a look at the major headlines. We told you that long queues are now building up across petrol stations in Port Harcourt as meeting to resolve union issue ended in deadlock. We also reported that Labour Party candidate in Rivers threatens court action over 5 million naira tribunal bond. You heard that the Senate says ongoing court case stops Senator Natasha's resumption. On the foreign scene, we brought you a report that Israeli military has ordered all residents of Gaza City to evacuate. The news was edited by Onyeka Chinwosu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808 721 7215. I'm Ifechukwu Muonyili. Many thanks for listening.